Hi team, welcome to this episode of Business on the Move. Today we are excited to get into a conversation with Ryan of Ryan's Removals. He's travelled all the way here today from Surrey. He used to be a trader in his previous life. He brings bags of energy into the removals world and we're excited to have him on. Let's get into it.
Right, I'm going to go and be a trader. I'll be the Lambo by next year, don't worry, see ya. Yeah. I'll try to remember you, I can't promise anything though. Hold on, mate. And I remember all day, it's just ridiculous. Voice sharp. So anyway, I've left. My first week, I lost every penny I saved.
Everything.
I nicked the Rolls-Royce logo with the RR.
Okay, yeah. I've got Rolls-Royce after me.
Yeah, listen, I'm broke as it is. I don't need this. I haven't got a penny to my name. They threatened to sue me.
Did they?
Did they really? Yeah. It's covered in moss. But I want it. That's mine now.
Nathan, thanks for coming in, man.
Anytime,
Travelled
boys.
from Surrey this morning. You were here really early as well, weren't you?
Got to get early, boys. You've got to be prepared for this kind of thing, you know? Prepared for any endeavour in life.
Yeah. You tagged us on Insta this morning. I was like, flipping heck, is he leaving already?
It's up north. Anywhere above Luton for me is up north, so I've got to plan these things.
Yeah, did you sleep?
I never sleep.
No, we always start this podcast with a business question, which is delivered by Robert.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you.
Podcast, mate. Today's business question is, what's your secret to winning quotes?
You've got to make them laugh. That's what I think. Or just, they have to like you. You like, to go into a quote and a move in itself is quite, there's a lot to it. It's quite intricate. You're touching their personal belongings. They have to trust you. So with that, if you can make them laugh, that takes apart every single slight element of distrust. Yeah. It really does. You don't think it does, but they remember these kind of things. And it could be something small, something about, just analyze a room, just look at the sofa, look at the painting. They've got painting on, like Pulp Fiction or something, a film you like, talk about that and then make them laugh from that. There's so many ways you can make the client laugh.
Yeah.
There's so many, but obviously there are some clients that you can't get to laugh. If you can't do that, just
Do you think you've lost a job once you could?
No. Just you could just do it in a way where they still like you. People like everyone likes a tryout.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Every single person. So just get on that realm where you can be smile with you. You know.
Yeah.
You're there.
I bet it don't take you long.
A smile and a laugh. You're there.
It doesn't take you long to make people smile, surely.
No, I get in there. When you think I'm ridiculous tall, as soon as I walk in there, they're like, oh my. That's a joke in itself. Look at the size of him.
And how tall are you?
6'7".
6'7".
Yeah.
6'7".
And don't forget, door frames are 6'6", boys. So the amount of times I bang my head is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Hello, Karen, love to be banged. It's just,
I love the fact of how you know how tall door frames.
Yeah, you've got to know these things.
I never knew that.
In life, you've got to know these things, boys. You can save someone a lot of embarrassment and a few brain cells, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is that the standard size then, 6'6"?
Yeah, the standard size, yeah.
Yeah.
But I have this slight, you'll see in a minute when I leave, I've got this slight little dip in my walk because I automatically do it without even thinking.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I love it, mate. So let's kick it back, man. Let's get to know yourself. So where are you from?
I'm from Surrey, so I live in Smallfield now, but I'm from Lingfield in Surrey. You know Lingfield race course, you heard of that?
No.
So it's quite a famous racetrack, but that's the closest thing that I can explain.
School life, what was that like?
School life was really good. Went to Oxted School, which is down the road from Lingfield. Yeah, it was good.
Is that public?
Yeah, public school, yes. Public school,
Because you sound very well spoken.
Oh, really? Do you think so?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, do you, Bob?
Yeah, well, it's Surrey.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I suppose,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. But to be fair, my parents were quite well spoken as well, sort of thing. We come from pretty common background, but they're very well spoken in themselves, you know. So.
Yeah.
Maybe it's to us.
Yeah, it could be pretty for the podcast, you know.
Yeah. So where did you start after you left school?
So after I left school, I went to East Surrey College where I did an apprenticeship in engineering. Level 2, I worked for a company called Gate Gourmet there. Have you heard of them? They basically put the food onto the planes.
The planes?
Yeah, the company that distributes the food onto the planes. Now, I was there doing the maintenance, like looking after the plant equipment, doing basic electrics, all that kind of stuff. So I did my apprenticeship from there. I passed my level 3. And then from there, I trained to be, it's called a BMS engineer. It's like electrical engineer. So I did that pretty much up to 2017, pretty much.
Did you?
Well,
How old are you?
2017, I'm 32 now.
32. You
Yeah.
look younger than that, bro.
Oh, thank you. Make me blush, don't do that.
It's smiling, isn't it? It takes years off you.
Oh, it does, mate. I do it every day. We love it.
So you're an electrical engineer,
Yeah.
qualified?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why removals?
So, I'll tell you my path. So, after I was big into my crypto, big into my trading from literally 2013, and I still do it now. So it's always my kind of dream to be a trader. I lived do you remember the trading lifestyle on Instagram, all that nonsense? I loved it. I loved it. That was a bit of me. So yeah, man. So I was always in the background of work when I was doing my engineering. I'd be on my phone doing the trades and that. So I started getting profitable about 2015. I started making small money. So I thought, yeah. So anyway, we got to mid 2016, halfway through, and I was like, boys, I'm out of it. I'm out of it, boys. I want to bigger and better things. So, and then they were like, no, you're never going to leave. And then I was like, right, I'm doing it. So just before I left, I made a decent amount of money trading, and I saved some bits. So I had about 20 grand in my back pocket. And how old was I? I was about 25. That was quite a lot of money for me then. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, boys, this is it. I'm going to leave this engineering life. I'm going to go and be a trader. I'll be in a Lambo by next year. Don't worry. See ya. Yeah. I'll try to remember you. I can't promise anything though. But so anyway, I've left. My first week, I lost every penny I saved.
Everything?
Everything. All the 20 grand I saved, gone.
Wow.
Started from scratch. It's a hard lesson. It was a hard lesson.
What was that on? Was that on the trade?
It was on trading, yeah. I was trading gold. That's what I do for my Forex and stuff. I was trading gold. So I was doing really well prior to that. But what happens is it's a very emotional based game. It's not like removals. It's not like another business. You know, in business, the amount of hours you put in is normally what you get out. Yeah. Trading's not like that. Less is more. Yeah. And someone like me who's like, do you know what I mean? I need to be doing something all the time, you know? And so I took it a bit too far, got a bit greedy with the trades, and then losing all of it, unfortunately.
Did you win that back?
Yeah, I won it, but over a longer period of time, yes. But I was stuck in because you got to think in trading you need equity to trade. Yeah. So to make that back, you've got to start from having like £1,000 to build with £1,000 of that could take years.
Can you explain to me, for somebody who doesn't know anything about trading?
All right. Trading basically, just say you have a pot. So you've got 20k as equity. You normally risk 1% on a trade, and you can win or lose that. Normally in that 1% on average, your risk to reward will be 2 to 1. So just say if I risked 1%, just say I risked £200. Yeah. If I won, I would make £400.
So is this the same as putting 20 grand on black?
No, it's not. Well, it's similar if you actually reduce your risk. If you've got 20k and you put £200 on black, yeah, it's exactly the same thing. Yeah, exactly. It's gambling. It is gambling. So yeah, it's pretty much that.
Posh gambling. Isn't
posh
it?
gambling. Just for the viewers, this is not financial advice.
No, please, no. As you heard, I lost 20 grand, so I wasn't very good at it, you know. So
you lost 20 grand.
Yeah.
Where did you go from there?
I was just clawing it back, trying to make a living off it, which did work. I made a very small living, ended up doing a lot better when COVID hit, and then I started doing the removals game in about 2023. So there was a good five years I was doing this on my own, you know, and it was all right. It was hard. It was hard, man. Yeah. I made some good money. I lost a lot, but in the overall, I was up. In the overall, the grand scheme of things, I was up. But going into why I started the removals, it was. Trying to pay rent, trying to pay for a car, trying to just live a life when you're just risking just so much money, and like it's hard. Like when I had a thought, I tried a few small businesses in between, which didn't really go very, very well. But I didn't really take it that seriously because I just wanted to make it as a trader. That was my only option. I was like, this is me. I would never. And I'm still doing it now. I'm still making some good money now. I'm still doing it now. But that was I was tunnel vision. It was just trading. I'm making it in this. The losses weren't too bad to me, you know. I didn't really mind the loss. I was like, this is part of the journey. I never really got too down. And sometimes it was hard, you know. Yeah. Sometimes it was hard, especially when you've got bills to pay, cars. I've got dogs. I've got life, you know. Yeah. And when you're risking this, your money's going up and down. Nothing's consistent. Nothing is consistent. Nowhere near is consistent.
And what's a day in the life of a trader? What do you do? Just sit in front of the computer?
Mate, you wake up and you just sit in front of a PC all day in your boxers.
That's not you though, is it?
It's not me. It's not me. But the things I do love trading. I still, as I said, I still do it now. I do love trading, but it's not me as a person, you know. Yeah. Because as I said, it's less is more.
How did you get rid of your energy during those days? Were you just running around the house kind of thing?
circling, stressing, sweating.
Running on the spot.
No, see, I'm big on my dogs. I've got 2 German Shepherds and 2 sausage dogs. So,
have you?
Yeah. So I'm big on my dogs. Used to do all the dog training, all that kind of stuff as well. So that's how I got into it, because I had a dog van. That's kind of how I started the removers, but I'll go into that in a bit anyway. But yeah, I'm big on my dogs, so I was always walking them and stuff, always getting involved with them.
So 2 German Shepherds and 2 what?
Sausage dogs.
Sausage dogs.
Random,
That's
yeah.
completely opposite dog.
Yeah.
But they're all German though.
Are they? German sausage dogs.
Yeah, that's it. We love them.
Germans love a sausage, though, don't they? They do. That's their thing, isn't it? Yeah,
What's it? Frankfurt, isn't it?
Frankfurt,
Oh yeah, they do. To be fair. Yeah.
German markets, everyone would have had a.
Yeah.
So you trading, you're living as a trader.
Yeah, living a very stressful life.
Losing, winning.
It was just stressful. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good and that, but it was just so inconsistent. It got to the point where just a month before I started doing the removals in 2023, I just had a big loss. I thought, oh man, this is just long. Come on, man. I just want the money to pay for everything in the back, but I was like, come on, man, this is just so inconsistent. Like, I'm getting better and stuff, but I was like, it's hard. Like, I've still got that little bit of greed mindset.
Yeah.
Because I need someone else on the sideline. I need something that I can put all my energy into, because the more I'm putting into this, the worse I'm getting, It's not one of those careers. As I said, you can put more into it. No, the less time is more.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to start something. And at the time, my gym partner, he said to me, he's like, "Hey, if you got a van, why don't we start like a little removals company?" I was like, "Mate, I sit on a PC all day. I ain't got time for that. Let's think of something else." Because in between that, I was doing like SEO, not SEO stuff. I was doing like a bit of social media marketing, like Facebook ads for a couple of companies, only small. Wasn't earning much. I was trying out loads of different online businesses, trying loads of different ones, see what worked. Yeah. None of them really worked. So when he said that to me, I was like, "Nah, let's just get back to the drawing board. Let's go back to another online business." So now let's give it a try. So I was like, all right then. He's like, my mum this side moved. She lived in Westerham, which is like, it's near Oxford, near where my hometown is. She needs to move from one of her houses to another. He's like, right, we'll get loads of pictures. Because he was quite big on the social media side of it. He was very good with that. He was very good. So he's like, I know how we can make some money in this. Cause he was all about making the money. That's all his mind was, which obviously I know that's part of business, but there's more to it, Yeah. So he's like, right, let's make a Facebook profile. We'll get pictures of us holding boxes in the van. We done that. I was like, all right, cool, let's do that. So I was doing that. I was like, oh, I don't know, man. I weren't really feeling it, And anyway, we did it. And he's like, right, let's do it. He's like, right, I'm going to run some Facebook ads. I was like, all right, cool. We called it 2 Man and a Van. That's what it was called.
Is that what you call it?
2 Man and a Van. And
so did you buy the van already? You had the van already?
I had the van.
From your dogs?
Yeah, from my dog van. Okay, so it was cool. Just...
Let's dive quickly into the dog thing. So why did you have a dog van? What was it, grooming or something you did?
No, it was dog walking, because I had so many dogs. I used to drive them to sort of the fields and stuff.
Oh, it wasn't a business then?
No, it was pure pleasure. It wasn't a business. It wasn't a business at all.
And how have you fallen so hard in love with dogs? What's happened there?
I've always loved dogs. And the girlfriend I'm with now, she used to breed German Shepherds like ages ago. So that's how we sort of got into it. Yeah. And I love them. They're just everything.
A German Shepherd still the police dog of choice, or
not?
Yeah,
and they use the Belgian Malinois now as well. They're like the sort of the hybrid Shepherds, as you call it. A lot of people have them. They're all in the films, like John Wick and have them. They all got them. Oh, okay, the dogs that could jump really high. Those crazy. Yeah. I see them. They're like, they're ridiculous. They're crazy dogs.
So you had a van. What kind of van was that?
It was a Transit Custom. I've still got it now.
Oh,
63 plate. Still rocking it.
Still for the dogs, is that?
Yeah, still for the dogs.
So when you're desperate on the move.
No, or use that as like a materials van. So when these boxes, it's kind of like the sort of support van,
Yeah. So do customers get boxes with some hairs on instead?
No. They love it, really.
You blow it on the way to the door, they're blowing up.
Yeah, so you got the van.
Yeah.
And then where did you go? Did you go half through your mate, was it?
No, it was just my van, because it was purely for my dog. So he said, right, Nathan, what I'll do all the online stuff. It's your van. That's how we'll do it. I'll do all the online presence. And I was like, all right, cool, we'll do that. Because I was always decent online, but I never really had a reason to be online, But he was always, he loved all that. That was kind of his thing. His what he used to do as a side hustle, he's like a bodybuilder. So he used to do videos for hotels for free. So he'd email a company, email a hotel in Turkey, saying, if you give me a free holiday, I'll go around and video your thing. For promotion, because he had quite a few followers on Instagram and stuff.
Okay.
So that was kind of his thing. He's like, Nathan, look, I've got loads of followers, I could do this. I was like, all right, sweet. So Yeah, so we got loads of pictures. The mom got loads of pictures of us doing the move and all the, the cheesy ones. The boxes, all the cheesy ones.
You got to do that.
Cringy thinking about it, but it was so bad. We didn't know what we were doing. Like now, I know what I'm doing, so I don't mind cheese, but we didn't know what we were doing, man.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we got all the pictures. He started the profile, and he ran Facebook ads. We got so, and where he knew what he was doing, this is what helped me propel mine when I started on my own, propel quite quickly, because he ran some ads and it was like 50% off all removals. And you know what Facebook people are like? Facebook people, they're there for a bargain, aren't they? The Facebook clientele are going to be your lowest spectrum. We're talking spectrums of money. Say in the middle might be, middle to higher end is going to be Google. The Facebook is going to be your lower end, isn't it? He runs some ads, and I'll never forget our first job. I'll never, ever forget our first job. So it was moving a family from Crawley to Wolverhampton.
Big job then. Quite far.
Ridiculous.
Is that your first ever job?
First ever job. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, what did you quote for that?
Mate, it was 400 quid. 400 quid. We literally did that fuel. So anyway, no, it wasn't fuel. But anyway, so we've both gone round for the quote. I've let him sort of take over because at this time I wasn't really that interested. I wanted to build something, and he just sort of gave me the reassurance that it's going to be good. So I was like, all right, Joe, I trust you. Do you know what I mean? So we've gone round there. Obviously, we misquoted massively. Of course. We had to actually. Yeah, so it was on the third floor flat, and he told us it was going to a ground floor when it wasn't. It was going to a second floor in Wolverhampton, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, accepted the quote. He's like, we're going to move him next week. So I'm on YouTube looking at what videos? That Stump. Have you heard of it? That American guy. It's called Stump. He does loads of YouTube videos. I was looking at him trying to like, yeah. Because I didn't know what I was doing. He was just happy with blagging. He was just thinking about the money sort of thing. I was like, no, I want to be a little bit competent. Come on, man. This is like...
Yeah. You're moving someone's goods.
Mate, we've gone straight into removal. It's not even like a man in a van now. We've gone straight into a bloody removal, So, we didn't have blankets. We had a couple of cushions that we needed from the customer. I don't want to say online because it's so embarrassing. But here we are. It was like it was so looking back. Nothing got damaged in that, but it was the majority was boxes.
Of course, yeah. We got to start from somewhere, bro.
So we gone there in the dog van, mate. Bear in mind, it's a transit custom. So what's that in cubic feet? What's that? 200 max.
Yeah. It's not big.
It's going to be pretty much 3/4 of a Luton van, So we're like, wow. So we go to the local enterprise. We rent a long wheelbase. No. We get a long wheelbase van. We get back. It's not big enough. We take that back. We then get a Luton van. So now it's about 10 o'clock. But the guy knew he was getting this dirt cheap quote. He didn't really care. He was a really nice guy. He didn't really care. He did all the furniture was all damaged. Everything was all it was one of those sort of jobs. He didn't care. He's like, I don't care. I want the cheapest price. Get me to A to B, Yeah. So anyway, it's taken us 10 till 3:30 to load, and it's like a flat level load. You know how we're scared to stack. Everything's flat. Furniture laid down flat to keep the box down. It is just a shambles. It's just ridiculous. But everything is tight. Everything's tight. We sort of covered it down with bikes on top so it wouldn't move. It's just ridiculous. And then so we're like, wow. So me, and it was a hot day.
Yeah.
I think this was October. You get a couple of blips in October. It was they were up and down stairs as well.
Yeah.
Because where me and him trained together, we're doing weights, so we're quite big, but we've got no cardio.
Yeah.
Can't went up on it. Anyway, we look at the sat nav. It's like 4 hours. There's traffic. We're like, okay. We get there for 7. Whatever time it was on the second floor. Like, okay. But that time you say yes to anything. Okay, it's fine. They're going to add another 4 hours onto our job. Anyway, it was just, the offload was just treacherous. We were just dying. It's our first job. We're dead. We're not ready for this. No. We just went straight into a move. Up and down these stairs, which were so steep. The access were terrible as well. Every time we parked there, someone told us to move. And it was an absolute dive of a block. So they were just like, move your van. Oh, sorry, mate, we're just trying to work. We're moving the van every 2 seconds. It was diabolical. I think we finished about 12.
At night, midnight?
Midnight.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And you got back at what?
Got back in the van. We said, we're never doing this again. Just close company.
Yeah.
We...
Seller.
Was that it? Was that it? Yeah.
We ain't doing this again. We're not doing this again. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. Well, I'm not cut out for this. Go back to online business, mate.
Yeah.
So we come back. Oh man, I was aching. I was hurting in a place you've never hurt before. Isn't this? We're not weightlifting. This is awkward angles. My knees were hurting. I was like, oh wow, I'm not cut out for this. But anyway, called him morning just to clarify because I think he still wanted to go, and I was like, mate, I'm not doing this. It was more me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this, mate. But he's like, you're so good for the customer. I was like, yeah, mate, but I'm not doing this. He's like, be easier next time. Blah blah blah. So yeah. Anyway, in the meantime, the Facebook ads were still running.
Yeah.
Because he didn't close them.
Yeah.
He knew it was in. He didn't close them. So, and he got a call. He's like, oh, Nathan, there's a move in Crawley. Crawley's quite close to us. Crawley's literally about 10 minutes from me. There's a move in Crawley and it's going down to Edenbridge. They're literally 20 minutes apart. He's like, mate, it's a lot easier. Why don't we just do that? I'm like, oh, I don't really want to, mate. He's like, come on. I was like, all right. Anyway, he called up. He's like, Nathan, I can't go to the quote because I'm not around. Could you go see her? I was like, oh, here we go. I've just got to go around there. Bear in mind, I don't really want to do this, so like,
Yeah. You straight away in the back of your mind.
But I've got in there, and this woman's there. And we just got talking for ages. She's from where I used to live.
Yeah.
And we just got talking for ages. I was there for half an hour. And then I was talking about nonsense. Talking about absolutely. I've obviously built rapport without knowing.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I was talking about.
Of course, yeah.
Like, I'm there with my iPad, like jotting down notes, like sofa. Bed. Like, doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just putting like boxes. And this was a fully furnished three bedroom, like farmhouse.
Yeah.
Wide, stuff in the garage, in the shed. I'm just there. But I got really into it. We were talking to her. I left there thinking, do you know what? I quite like this aspect of it.
Yeah.
And that's when I kind of realised that, like, I'm actually quite decent with people, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, she wanted to move on the Monday. I think this was 2 weekends before. So I was like, Paul, perfect. Let's go. Anyway, it's got to the... Oh, sorry, I'll add another story as well. I had 6 points on my license, so Paul would rent the vans.
Okay, yeah.
So anyway, on the Mondays come, call out. He's not answer the phone. Paul.
What?
Not answer the phone. It's now 9. The customer's like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, I'm coming. 'Cause I'm the sort of person, if I put my name to anything, I'm not letting down. I will never say, sorry, can't do it.
Yeah.
That's not me. I'm making it work.
Yeah,
My name's attached to this. I am making this work. I'm going to make sure she's going to be smiling. I'm going to be happy. I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to make sure this customer's going to be happy and I'm going to fulfill what I put my name to. You know what I mean? I don't like doing things like that. It's wrong. So they're thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because the enterprise we use, they wouldn't take me up. I tried before with my license when we done the one in Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
And they said no. So I'm ringing around trying to find companies. I found a local company who actually helped me with my first van. So it's a local company to me. I rented the van off them. I've got back to 10. So right, I've got a van. I haven't got any people. So what am I going to do? Now it's 10. She's calling my phone off like, where are you? I was like, sorry, there's been, the van's got popped tire. You know what I mean? And I'm saying anything. I probably said about 4 different lies. Now she's getting scared. Now I'm getting anxious. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've called my friend who runs quite a decently sized building company with about 15 staff. So Henry, I need a guy. He's like, Nathan, this Dosser's called in sick. He lives down your road. Just go knock on his door. He ain't doing nothing. He's probably smoking, the Dosser. I was like, I'll do any sort of Dosser right now. I just need someone. I need help, mental help, you know? I've knocked the door, he's there. So, you right, mate? I was like, do you want to come to work? He's like, yeah, why not? Just put his spiff down. Oh, God. Yeah, oh, God. But I was desperate. I was making this happen. So...
Just put his spliff down.
That's real. I was like, oh, my God. Just stunk when I opened the door. I was like, oh, my. Anyway, so we jumped in. We all jumped to the van. We've gone down there for 10:30, 11:15. She's like, where have you been? There's like 4 of them there, all stressed. I'm like, it's fine. And they brought quite a lot onto the drive. So bearing in mind, I've just looked at a couple of videos. I don't know what I'm doing. It's another level load stack. She's got quite a lot of fragile stuff.
Yeah.
This isn't like the other one. It's not tutty. It's half decent.
Yeah.
So I'm here like, all
Still
right.
no blankets.
No blankets. Using their cushions. Using their ridiculous. Using
Towels.
their towels. Blanket, anything they've got that's soft, I'm using. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got any kitchen gloves? Like, so a level load, we did that 4 times. We did 4 level loads with the Luton van, and we got it done in the end. I think we finished up again about 10. But
So your first couple of jobs went really well then.
no, but then I realised, because she was really happy afterwards, she was smiling.
Yeah,
she was like,
yeah,
thank you so much.
you get that buzz,
and then
don't you?
after the end, I was like, I need to tell you the honest truth. I was like, my business partner pulled out the time.
Okay.
I just had to make this work. So I'm really happy that I really appreciate it, because you could have called in and said no. And so I appreciate the honesty. So okay. I left there feeling like I've achieved something. I called Paul. I was like, mate, just don't come back. I'm gonna do this on my own, mate.
Oh, is that what you said? Yeah.
How can you do that to me? This is not even my thing. What's not answering your phone?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
And
bad
yeah,
crack,
so it was. How could you leave me in the lurch like that?
Was that you and him's relationship done?
Yeah, that's our relationship done.
Yeah,
because prior to that, we've been friends for years. We tried to do business on, as I said, try to do online business. That was our relationship done. You can't do that to me. It's not even. I didn't even want to do this really, and it just shows a lot about your character, you know.
Yeah.
And because I remember he texted me. He's like, oh, sorry, I've just got up at 12. And he's like, oh, just text us so you can do it another day. I was like, what do you mean do it another day? I'm lucky it wasn't completion. Which I knew nothing about back then anyway. So, so then,
You should have rang you and said it's my completion. You'd have just had to wait. Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
I'll complete it.
I'll complete today, definitely. I think I will anyway. I'll get done, on the Monday, So, and then after that, 'cause I hated the two man in the van. That was the whole thing. I said, I don't like it. The man in the van to me just doesn't sound, it sounds a bit bodgy, a bit Del Boy-y, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then that's when Wire Removal started. That's when it started.
Okay, is that when
with
it
the
kicked
RR.
off?
Yeah, that's when it started. And I've got another funny story. I nicked the Rolls-Royce logo with the RR.
Okay, yeah, I see that now. Yeah, I
As
see
you could kind of
that,
imagine what happened with that. They actually emailed me. I'll get into that in a bit anyway.
Did they really? No, go on, let's do it. Let's do it.
They threatened to sue me.
Did they?
Did they really? Yeah.
Because I had the RR for ages, but so after that happened, I was like, right, I'm taking this seriously. The Ryan moves. I bought loads of blankets, got some ratchet straps, and I'm so fortunate. I had a right-hand man because at the time, my girlfriend's best mate's boyfriend was looking for work, and he was one of them. He was one of them people that's done removals for years, like scaffolding for years, but he's been on his hands for years.
Yeah.
And where I picked up the Facebook ads thing, I was actually getting quite a few because the 50% off, everyone was loving it, and I was just happy to earn some small money. I love building it. I love getting in there. I love talking to the clients. I love the whole thing. I was like, this is a bit of me, actually. I like this aspect. And then, so Joey was just the knight in shining armor. He was so good. Stacker van. Even to this day, he's the best employee I've ever had. Even to this day, but he's gone elsewhere. He was so good. Stacker van to the brim. He knew how to pack. He understood things. Do you know what I mean? You got to think, I was a Sparks, and that's not really physical labour, is it?
No, I've never Sparkies, they don't like to lift anything.
Do you know what I mean? So, and I was doing the
Sparkies.
BMS, which is controls. It's all thin wiring. It was hand tools, you know? So I've never really done a manual labour job in my life. Never really. So I was really done with, just stupid things. Like my coordination was so backwards, like bringing things down the stairs. Like, what are you doing? He's like, give over it, mate. And he loved being that guy who I needed as well. So his relationship worked really well. So I'd give him work. He wasn't very good with people. I was good with people, but he'd get consistent work. And mate, literally I had him for 6 to 9 months. I learned so much off him. I was like the apprentice, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was like the apprentice learning.
It was your business.
But my business, it was so backwards. He teach me how to protect things properly, how to So
did he have experience in removals?
Yeah, he'd done it for years on and off. He'd done but he's one of the people, he did scaffolding for years, he did brickwork for years, he did removals for years. He was one of those hands-on people, you know, those very savvy people who just get it. Yeah, he was fantastic.
So was it just two of you to start with?
Just two of us, and I bring it around, and then if it was like a big job, I bring in people here and there.
Was you still renting vans, or did you buy a van?
Still renting vans. The dog van didn't really get used. The dog van was literally the first 2 jobs, and we didn't really use it. I only used dog vans for waste, because I did waste, because I wanted to make sure he was busy. Because the whole thing with him, he's like, if I serve you, but I want full-time work.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll do anything. I started doing waste. I hate doing waste, but I wanted anything to keep him busy, you know? That was my main thing, keep him busy. He can't go.
Yeah.
I need him. I need this guy. Should have called it Joey Removals, do you know what I mean? It was actually him doing everything. I'm there on the phone, just talking to the client all day. He said, no, honestly, looking back on it, because where I was going with the clients, I was just talking to the clients all day. We were having coffees. He's there moving boxes on his own. You know, Joey, Anyway, no, honestly, I took piss. I didn't realise, I was just trying to build a rapport, build the business. But useless on the phone all the time. Anyway, Joe, I can't go on the phone. Mate, he's carrying a bed on his own. What do you mean you've got to go? No, I would literally put something down. Mid-stairs. Shaking now, honestly, I didn't have a clue. Yeah. But
And how many vehicles we got now?
So I've got 0 at this moment. I'm renting off the company who helped me out when.
okay, still off them.
So
Yeah.
now he helped me out massively. A very independent rental companies in Lingfield where I lived. It was 2 minutes from the road. He was really good. So I started renting vans every day. He's like, "Oh, you're doing well, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah." We just got talking, and he had this one van. So this is only last year, the start of last year. Literally, he had this. All his vans were obviously new. He had this 12-plate Transit with a big removals box on it. I was like, "I want that van." He's like, "You want that van?" And I was like, "If I get that van, we do it for cheaper." So I wanted it for cheap. He's like, "Yeah, of course." It was a 12-plate, 200,000 miles. He's like, "Mate,
200,000 miles.
200,000 miles." So I had a big box, so I could get loads in it. And when Joey was so good at stacking, we could probably get like an unfurnished 3-bed in there. You know, he was that good. He could just get it in there. And obviously, I had no idea about weight to be I had no idea.
Yeah.
We used to do small moves. They were all just small, like, local, like rental ones. Didn't have any idea about completion.
What's that?
I'll complete it, mate.
I'll complete today. I promise. But so we did that. We rented the van. I saved us some money. So I was like, I want to buy this van. He's like, "Nathan, it's £4,000. I was like, £4,000 for this old van? He's like, "Mate, it's been looked after." He's like, "All my vans." This is a good thing about him. I knew all his vans were looked after. We serviced every 5,000 miles. He's like, "Mate, you might see the mileage. Had an engine change, all that kind of stuff." He's like, "This van is looked after. £4,000, nothing." I had 2K. And I was like, "I want a van. I can't keep affording to do this because I'm spending." He did me the van for 100 quid. Because he charged 125 for the new ones. Yeah. So it would be 100 quid cash. It's not even that good, but at that time, that's all I had, you know?
Of course, yeah.
So I was doing that for literally 5 days a week. We're busy. The Facebook ads. Mate, that 50% off was just ridiculous.
Were you giving them 50% off, or was it just a ploy?
It was a little bit above. I had no idea how to price. It was just cheap. The price was just cheap, regardless. Do you know what I mean? It was just a cheap price. So I'd rent this van for 5 days. I was like, "Mate, come on, help me out. I'm not bringing you business. I know I'm bringing the most money. Help me out." I was like, "Right, Nathan, I've got this 58-plate Trans in the back there. It's been sort of the road for 4 years, but it's decent, I tell you, mate." I was like, "What do you mean decent?" He shows me. I was like, "Mate, it's covered in moss." But I want it. That's mine, eh? And I was like, "Did you start?" He's like, "I don't know." I was like, "Oh, God, this is not a great sign." He's like, "Let's." He's like, "I know this engine is good, but the reason why I took it off the road is that it was an old van, and I had that 12-plate." And he's like, "It's an old van, Nate." He's like, I can't use an old van. I'm a rental company. They're all got to be within the last 3 years. Yeah. He's like, "I'm telling you right now." He's like, "Put my life on it. This engine looks like the van's looked after. It's just been sitting there for years." So me not knowing anything about vans or anything, I was like, "Yeah, that'll be sweet. Put you battery in it." I drove it out. I got it cleaned, and where it was covered in moss for so long, it sort of protected it. It looked mint afterwards. I was like, "It's like a brand new van, this." Yeah. I love this. It looked cleaner than the one I was driving anyway, because the 12-plate one just looked a bit tatty. I've actually still got that van now, but it just looked a bit tatty. It was used. You know what I mean? It was a workhorse. So anyway, I've drove that out. God, brake's a bit funny. Yeah, the whole braking system was like corroded. So I took it for an MOT. They're like, "Mate, this is the most." He's like, "Mate, you're driving this. Are you not real dangerous?" I was like, "I thought it was a bit funny." So no, Nathan, there's no brakes. Oh, will it pass? So no, mate, would you will it pass? So I've then called around because back in the day, I just had my dog van and they've never got anything done to it. It was just like, this was just, I didn't drive it much, you know? So now this is the workhorse. I want to look after it. I want to sort of, so anyway, I've got the brake system repaired for quite cheap. Fortunately, there wasn't much wrong with it. And then, it was my workhorse. Yeah. That was the start of Ryan Removals.
So did you do a design on it, or did you do
No, I still to this day haven't got any designs. So Dom's doing one thing. All my vans are unsigned, even to this day.
Oh, okay.
I know, but that's my next sort of project.
Well, you've only 18 months in, aren't you?
That's what I mean. And the way I sort of things, I'd rather be capable of having the vehicles be capable of doing the big.
You rather be good than look good.
Yes. Yes. Actually, be able to hold it, like be able to actually do a 4-bedroom house, not having to come back for the furniture because I know if on the van, we don't do no coming back. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that was the first workhorse. It was me and Joey killing it, and then I saved up. Then I got that 12-plate one, the big box one, and those two were like that. Those two were just the foundation of Ryan Removals. Yeah, that was the foundation. It was good. We had loads of jobs, some crazy ones. I'll never forget one of the worst ones. I quoted for my first, because bear in mind, this whole time we were doing one beds, 2 beds. We never really, a 3-bed was rare. Really, really rare. We like.
I think because you're doing Facebook ads and you're saying 50% off, that don't attract. That don't really attract.
It doesn't attract. If you've got
big
no,
booms,
it's all going to be just. You know the type. It's just going to be just. They just want to dump it. They don't care if their stuff gets damaged. They don't care.
Yeah.
They just want to get it out. They don't care. They want to move. So and then this was back in. Oh no, this was in the midst of this when I had the 2 vans. That's what it must have been about Feb or Jan. My first, it was a 5-bed. She messaged me back saying, she obviously read the ad. She's like, oh yeah, I got quoted a crazy amount by another removal car company. It wasn't crazy, it was actually a cheap actual quote in the first place, which I only know now. Because a company I talked to about a month ago said they did that quote, and we know you did that because we saw you there about 12 at night. But anyway, it was a massive job in Reigate. It was a £1.5 million townhouse.
Oh, okay.
Well out of my depth, mate. When I mean out of my depth, I mean... But it gets worse. Oh, does it get worse? So I did the quote in December. The move was for March. So I had no idea. Bear in mind, I'm just used to a van or two. I say, oh, there'll be a van, there'll be 2. I thought, I reckon that'll be 3. So we had the 2 vans, we rented one. It was 7.
Was it?
7. It was a 5-bedroom townhouse full of hoarders who have lived there for 40 years. It was the loft. I didn't even look at the loft. The loft was a 3-bedroom house on the 7. It was outrageous. So I didn't hear from them. They sent the deposit. I didn't hear from ages. And then they didn't call me. I thought, let me go check up on them. I go there the night before, 9 p.m. the night before, because we had a really big job, which obviously I misquote for again, of course. Standard.
Yes.
And 9 p.m. I walk in there. Nothing's packed. When I mean nothing is packed, when I mean nothing, I mean they're packing the fridge there and then. I mean there's not one box. There's loads of empty boxes. There's nothing packed. There's not one full box. Anyway, this is a 5-bedroom townhouse. That's 7 Luton vans, 7 vans. What's that cubic feet? 4,000 cube at the bare minimum. Now, stupid. Me being the optimistic guy, I said, I'll be all right. I don't know what. No. I was like, don't worry. Smile for the customer. Thinking in the morning anything would change. I arrive in the morning at 6. Everyone's crying. The dad's crying. The son's crying. The mum's crying. The daughter's crying. I was like, oh my. And bearing in mind, there was how many of us was there? There was four of us there.
4 men, 3 vans.
4 men, 3 vans. It was horrific. And that was a completion, which I had no idea. That was my first completion one as well.
Right. Yeah.
What were they crying?
Because they were just so stressed because nothing was done. They're like, we're moving out of this house, but nothing's here. Like they were just, they haven't done anything. They were crying about the fact they haven't done anything. I know. But the emotions were high. Tried to downplay as much as I could, but it was just.
You wouldn't have got them out on time. Then what happened with this?
No, so I didn't finish unloading until 2 a.m. The other removals company who come in an 18-ton lorry.
Oh, mate.
So it got to the point. But it was lucky they come from up north because they didn't arrive till 4:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We had to push everything outside into the garden. We had 3 vans up in the garden. It was raining. No, you couldn't. Yeah. And there was lovely furniture, but it got to the point where they didn't even care.
Yeah.
It was horrific. They actually unloaded the lorry before we finished doing the move. We came back for the last load and they were driving off. In an 18-ton lorry, full to the brim.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finished. I think, and what made it worse is one guy at 11 night pulled his back. So every box was full with books. You know, the big plastic boxes full to brim with books. It was just, every box was about 40, 50 kg.
Yeah.
No. It was stupid. Yeah. Guy literally pulled his back. He had to go. So it's three of us at 11 at night. We looked at each other, right, let's get this done, boys.
Dig deep.
Yeah.
So how much did you quote for that job?
How much did I quote for that job? £800, I think. £800.
Oh, wow.
I think the removal company who quoted that she said was too high was $2,000. Mate.
Okay. That's
cheap.
cheap.
That's cheap, man.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah.
So when did you start actually making profit?
The thing is, where we were just sort of like a 2-man band struggling, I didn't give Joey any overtime and stuff, so he was just on £100 a day, just grafting, just.
Oh, okay, so
even with those sorts of, I still made money, you know.
Of course, yeah. You're just working extra, yeah.
I'm just not sleeping. So there was always a little bit in the pot, and I put money back into the Facebook ads. I put money into materials as well, and I was putting money towards a third van, and then
So he's building up your materials.
When did I get? When I think I got my own uniform, because I only bought uniform for myself. I think that was only last summer, you know.
Was it?
Bad. But I made everyone wear black, so that was the start.
Yeah.
So my guy Joey, quickly, was starting at 7 a.m, finishing at 2 a.m, and he was getting 100 quid.
100 quid. 100 quid.
He's on 3 quid an hour.
They've come, like, mate, I'm just starting out. Come on, mate. Help mate, out. Thinking he owes me a favour. Do you know, like, honestly, do you know what I mean? And then, obviously he left, of course, because, come on, there's only so much that you can take. And the truth, I did up his money, but it was all so unorganised. I was doing everything, and it was all so unorganised. And I could just tell he was getting a little bit annoyed with it. Do you know? I wish I get because I was getting, because then by the summer we're doing bigger places. We're the same amount of vans, probably one extra guy call here and there. We're doing more. Yeah. With just as much staff, you know.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there getting pissed off. So he ended up leaving, which is I get it. And then that's when I had to sort of. I think he left in spring.
It sounds like your sales was so good for your operations.
Yeah. The sales were great. Everything else was absolute shambles. It was Joey running it. Do you know what I mean? But he was just getting a labourer's wage, which is just ridiculously unfair.
Yeah.
And he was driving. I'd be on the phone, sorting things out. I was doing all quotes in the evening, going to go see him, because I've always been the sort of guy. If you book in a job, I've got to come see you. You need to come and see me. You know what I mean? Because we might not get on, and I don't. And I had it once where I had a job where we didn't really get on, but I was the cheapest price. The whole day just staring. Oh, you're not doing this right. You know those kind of jobs that need it was horrible. And I thought to myself, nah, I need to make sure you're gonna like me, because I might come there, because on the Facebook ads you might just see my face, so I think, oh my god, he's tall, he's got tattoos, don't really like that vibe, but don't like his.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it's good to get to know the client.
And she obviously she didn't like that kind of vibe, and I could tell, and it made the day horrible. It was just the worst day. So
you bought your third van. So how did you save
there was quite a big gap between the second and the third. We're still renting vans in between, but that's when Joey kind of left, and that's when I'd say work dipped a little bit, because obviously I then had to do everything. I still knew how to stack a van a little bit, but then I was really in the trenches on my own. Not in my own. I hired some people, but I didn't know who I was hiring. I didn't realize how much I relied on Joey, you know? I relied on him a lot. So that's when I learned a lot. Hired some more staff who weren't that good, got rid of them. Had to filter through a lot of people. I mean, I've been through like 25 staff in 18 months, you know?
Have you? 25?
Yeah.
Have you? Yeah. Wow.
Sacking spree. No, gone.
Not good enough.
Some people just don't like the way I run Ryan Removals. Is you're positive. You've got to be like the customers. The customer is everything. The customer is the most important thing. You've got to make sure they're happy. I don't want you on a long day. Oh, this is long. You know, all that. One, that's contagious. Everyone else will start doing that. Yeah. And second, it's stressful enough. The customers don't need that. The reason why they come with me is because they see that I can lower the stress. That's what everyone said. That they like the fact they come because I can lower the stress. So I can't just come for the quote, give this fake persona. They're on the move. Everyone's moaning. I can't do that. That's just that's not me. So yeah.
So how many staff have we got now?
I say there's 3 to 4 full time. There's about 10 I call here and there on big moves. Yeah.
And how many vans?
8.
So talk us, you bought your third van,
You're basically becoming this higher.
Yeah, basically. The thing is, I reckon on average, only 4 to 5 vans are ever out on time. But do you know what it is? I like a backup, because it happened to me once, and one of the vans wouldn't start. Like, obviously, and we couldn't get rental vans because they were empty, and I can't let a customer down. So half that was just as a backup, and just in case I get a big job, we need that extra support vehicle. You know, I just like to make sure I've just got that.
You got the
I'd like to.
You can grow into them as well.
This is what I can grow into, and I think that's the most expensive asset, right? So if I can get that over and done with, I can grow into it. You know, rather than having to rent the vans all the time, it'd be inconvenient, and then I've got to go buy a new van. If I could just have that there, that's been looked after. And that's kind of my mindset. And
none of them are sign written yet?
None of them are sign written yet. No.
So you got to.
What happened with this Rolls-Royce then?
So this was in the period of time. And another reason why I got a lot of things from Facebook, I was doing loads of crazy videos with the discounts, doing loads of reels, putting it into all the Facebook groups, just dishing it out, getting thousands of views. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's loving it. I was getting loads of views. Or I got loads of work from it. And so my original logo, obviously this is the R back-to-back now. I don't know if you can see from on the camera. Yeah. It was literally a like for like. No, it was the R over the R, but it was a slightly different font. So it looked exactly the same. So I got an email one day. I have to show you off this on my phone. I'll send it to you. I got an email one day It's in German. It said the BMW Group. I thought it was just a scam. So
Yeah,
there's no one knows who I am. Come on, I am literally a man in a van now.
Yeah.
So I ignored them, and then I made a little Facebook video like, look, guess who's trying to sue me? What do they know? You know, like just stupid things, just trying to get more views. Just taking the right piss. The Rolls-Royce are trying to sue me. Then they actually said, no, this is Rolls-Royce. You've got 5 working days until we'll take you to court, mate.
Was it the Facebook ad that was looking at, or do you reckon, or was it?
Well, I think it was a Facebook ad. They even screenshot it from my Instagram. Like I was doing stories, and it was in there. They even screenshotted that, so they had people like looking and stuff.
Oh, okay, that's mental, isn't it? Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was quite impressed myself though.
Yeah, that's great.
I thought it was great. My girlfriend said, "What are you doing?" I said, "This is great. It's marketing." So I've done a few videos marketing that as well, which got me even more jobs and got me some good views. People were like, "Oh, that's happening. It's quite cool." And then so I didn't listen, of course. Me.
Yeah.
I just thought they were to call. And it was on my website as well. And then they emailed, because bear in mind, these were emails. I never got a letter. It was just emails. So I still thought in the back of my mind, nah, I don't know. I still thought, I don't know. And then the last one was literally like, all right. What was the case called? Not infamy. What was it called? Anyway, they set up the case and everything. And I was like, oh my, this is actually serious. Yeah. So I've emailed the branch saying, I'm so sorry. I thought this was obviously fake.
Copyright infringement or something.
Infringement, that was the infringement. And because do you know the R over the R, they've copyrighted. Even any font, anything, they've copyrighted the R over an R.
Yeah.
Okay, Is it front? Is normal R?
Yeah. Even if you had like a curved font, they have copyrighted that.
Okay.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's mental,
but you can expect it, I guess.
So someone like Rolls-Royce, but so after that, I'm so sorry. I'm in way beyond my depth. I'm just so sorry. It's a complete misunderstanding here. I'm just trying to show off a bit. I didn't realize it was real. I'm so sorry. I'll take it down now.
I've got a removals company. I don't know how to quote. I'm running short on jobs, and I've got Rolls-Royce after me.
Listen, I'm broke as it is. I don't need this. I've got a penny to my name. Like my van's so old, the tail lift doesn't even work. Come on, help me out, mate. Help a brother out. So yeah.
So ironic if you brought a Rolls-Royce in the end. That'd be beautiful.
I don't have to do it, mate. I'm boycotting them. Yeah.
Did you give it that one? I won't be buying anything from you.
No, that was a funny blind. I did so many stories.
That's a customer loss.
Yeah. Who needs them anyway? I'm buying the Bontega anytime soon. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that was it with them. But I was scared though, because after email, they wouldn't. I was calling the office phone. They wouldn't respond to me. Wouldn't respond to the emails. Nothing.
Okay.
And absolutely nothing. So that scared me then, because I was like, this is serious now. I'm taking the right piss out of them. I've got loads of videos. Delete all the videos.
Did you delete all the videos?
Yeah, of course, because it was just funny to me. It wasn't real.
Yeah.
And you got to think, like, I worked for a corporate company before. I've done the trading on my own. I never had to deal with this kind of like copy. This was quite
You never
serious.
know what they're capable of, do you?
And everyone was asking me, Nathan, what are you doing? Everyone was like, what? Everyone said, take the video. I was like, what are you joking? That's jokes. Like, what are you doing, mate? Obviously, I didn't listen. Of course, they didn't. When that come out, nah, man, you're seriously, you're so yeah. Absolutely shat myself.
And then did you just change your logo then? Did you just change it, take it down and then...
So, this is a funny story. So, I had something like this, but it was a really poor version. I was refusing to buy a new uniform. I refused, because I know. So every video, I just wanted to like show my face in it rather than like... And I stopped doing videos for ages. I didn't want to see the logo. Yeah. So sort of thing. And I only changed it. I got the logo with the R back to back to R, and I put that on the website, but it was a really basic one. I only got my website guide to fully change that. September? So yeah.
And then you just changed it and then got a new uniform.
New uniform. Now the boys got uniform now.
Okay, yeah.
Going off in the world, boys. Going off in the world. It's not just me. It's not just me. Yeah. It's not just come to work in black, you know.
So you got full-time staff?
Yeah,
how long?
3 to 4 full-time staff. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, my kind of aim, how I like to do is I like to keep the boys busy. Like if I go over quotes, I like to be on the lower end, because I've got 125 5-star Google reviews. So I think in my head, when I go to a quote, if I'm in the price range and you like me, you're mine. Simple as that. No. I know you're mine. Yeah. I'll be there for 20 minutes. I'll have a coffee with them. Yeah. go play with the dog. I'll get to know all the kids. Do you know what I mean? I know the whole family tree by the end of it. Do you know what I mean? That's how I do things. I like to get really stuck in, you know?
Yeah.
So I know, I can look around the house, I can feel the vibe. I sort of know if I'm on there sort of.
Yeah.
Because some quotes, they just don't like who I am. Come on, you can't please everyone in life.
Of course.
So
That's
my sort of mindset. If they like me and they can afford me, and if I'm going to be at the sort of the lowest spectrum of cost, what's I'm not going to hit it like 85%, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I do things, and so I like to keep the boys as busy as possible. That's sort of my thing. I like full-time staff. I like myself a minute. They understand Ryan removals. They understand my work ethic. They understand, because some of them are really natural smilers, but they'll do it for me. Like I could trust. I could be able to have 3 jobs at once. Where I run one job and 2 of them run another. I can trust them to do that. You know.
Yeah.
And that's lovely to be able to have that trust. It's taken me ages to do that. Ages.
So what about if they're not doing that? Do you kind of get the feedback from the boys, or do you get feedback? Are you still on the vans?
Both. Get feedback from both.
Yeah.
I'll call the clients, because by that me the client, we're like best friends by that point. Do you know what I mean? So I'll call and say, how's it all going? And I'll make a little joke. They're not moody, are they? Just in case they are. You know, one of them ones. They're not moody. I know what James is like. Do you know one of them ones?
I know, but that's a great way of doing it.
That's what makes it a little bit rich. Sometimes I know the boss in there. I know if it's a long day, they're going to be, come on, this is a bit long. Even sometimes I'm like, this is a bit long.
Of course,
Sometimes they don't know how to hide the face. They're not good with the client. They're there to work. They're not there to be good for the client. I drop that little hint, you know, and that's sometimes, because I never forget what I remember. I got a pocket dart off one of the boys. Oh, this is long. Oh, I was like, oh, no. So I called the client. I was like, so moody that James, isn't he? What's he like? He's so moody. No, isn't he just? I was like, don't worry about him. He doesn't really mean it, sort of thing. And that sort of, and she was fine in the end, because they all said thank you. And I texted her, I was like, listen, just say, apologise for being moody, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Have you had, what's your conversations been like with the boys who you've got rid of? Is it just what's that like? Do you just say you're too moody?
No, I just said, boys, come on, just like, if you're going to be moody, just do it in the van, you know? Just don't, nothing in front of the customer. If you've got something to say, you're going to swear, all that kind of, just doing please be aware, do it in the back of the van, you know? If you're not happy with the job, or you think it's dirty, or you think whatever, just keep that to yourself. Don't be one of them people. Yeah. Oh, shit on here. Like, oh, shut up. No, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, so just keep that to yourself, you know? So that's what I try and keep things to be doing that.
But wait,
so important. It's so, but that's the most important thing to me. Is just the customer face. If I have one guy who I know can run the job, one guy I say, listen, just listen to him. Yeah. You as labourers, you're gonna be inside the house. He's on the back of the van. Yeah. So he's not even seen by the customer. If you're in the house, just please be polite. Nothing's too hard. If something is not in the quote which I sent you, just call me. But don't be like, oh no, we ain't doing that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that, because we can accommodate anything. And if it is like that, I'll send one more guy if it's more, and I will make it happen. So I'm very much like a yes man in this kind of thing.
Attitude,
definitely. Yeah, there has to be. Yeah. I want to be known as being a accommodator and can make it happen, because moving is stressful. They forget things. Yeah. Or this thing, just saying, oh, we're going to sell these 2 sofas, and they haven't. I don't want to be like, oh, you said it wouldn't. Oh my God.
No, you don't.
No,
that's
you
not
don't
the way
need
to do
that.
things,
It's moving's so stressful. They say 3 most stressful things in life are death, divorce, and moving.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's stressful, man. And they've got loads going on.
He's got all the sayings, and you can tell he's a lot in the quote, and he's got his quote on it, isn't he?
That's me. But that's what I just like to be a yes man. I be as accommodating. Nothing is a problem. Yeah. Even if the boys like, because sometimes I have to be fair. Just say if something's been added on, they got to go back. I'll be like, listen, boys, just go home. I'll go back. Yeah. If one of you just stay. Yeah, I'll go back and do it afterwards. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like I've been there before. I worked the boys like dogs. I've been there before, and it doesn't end well. They're miserable all the time, because working for me is that means working with Nathan's long. You know, and I don't want that attribute. I want them to be like, do you know what? He's alright. It's a long day, but he looks after us. That's what attitude I want from the boys. It's removals. Yeah. It's not walking the park, but at least Nathan looks after us. You know.
Yeah. Well, what are your ambitions then? So, is there a long-term goal, or are you still kind of winging it?
I'm just trying to get as big as possible. I've been thinking about the HGV route. I'm probably going to do that next year. Yeah. I think as a business, how I run things, I don't think I'm ready for that yet, as of yet. Yeah. Just because I quite like the vans. I quite like that idea of it. And all my vans, they're quite big. And I don't think a lot more restrictions and a lot more problems happen with the HGV route, you know?
Yeah. You had a lot of problems to start with, didn't you?
Do you know what I mean? That obviously you got the taco. You got to be abided by the rules. You can't be. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot more. Yeah. And I know myself as a person. I'm not quite there yet. You know, I'm more than happy to run up all the vans, do all that. But when it gets HGV, I'm.
So have you got a premises? Where are you about?
Yeah, I've got a yard at the minute. I've got 2 40-foot containers there. One's full at the minute for a customer I'm going to move back out on Saturday. not tomorrow, the Saturday afterwards. And then, I'm just trying to run this storage thing is new to me. I only got my first one literally 3 weeks ago. So that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to do some storage.
Nice.
That's the plan. That's the plan. But
Are you going to bolt on the containers like you did with the vans? 9 vans
100%. I'm just buying boys, any profit I get is back in the business. Any profit, I mean, anything is back in the business. Whether it's on leads, materials, it's back in the business.
You still using Facebook ads?
No, I don't. Facebook ads, literally about 6 months ago, my Facebook got hacked. And this foreign entity took $1,000 out of my account. I'm in the process of trying to get that back, and they've actually shut down all my ads account.
Okay, wow.
But this is a good thing, because that's what I relied on. It was a good thing. So after that, I was like, what do I do?
Okay.
So that was, I'm telling you right now, that was the biggest blessing.
Yeah.
It's because then I had to find alternatives, I always find when you get the great ideas when you're just stuck, When you think,
of course,
that was all I did. Facebook ads, and maybe my friends, I know quite a lot of people in the area, so that was how I run my business, how I got the money for my first 2 vans, was busy 5 days a week, literally. I was either doing waste or moves, was literally from the people I knew. I used to do the waste from like building companies I knew, or like the furniture companies I knew, or like friends of friends, because the thing is, I don't like doing waste, but it's just a tick over. As I said, I want to keep the boys busy. I try to stay away from it now, but I could get a waste job like that. I can call like a few like boys. Like, do you know what I mean? I come like when's the skip coming? I'll come tomorrow. Do you want to come grab it today? Do you know what I mean? I don't really earn much. I don't really. After tip fees, probably earn nothing, but I want them.
Yeah, because we had a waste company on, and the boys actually preferred doing the waste, didn't they? Because it weren't dealing with customers.
Yeah,
I think.
Just chuck it on. You haven't got to worry. There's no like me, like make sure it's on perfectly, boys. Show the picture of the snack. Quarter van, half van, 3/4. No blanket on that. No. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. But I just want to make sure. It's perfect. They prefer doing the waste, but dump fees are so high.
Yeah.
They're astronomical.
It's crazy now, isn't it? Because of the land.
The landfill tax. So it went up in April. It wasn't expensive enough, So, but yeah.
But I kind of get it. The population is growing.
Mate,
There's 70 million people now.
Think of us as an economy. We just waste. Man, the sofas I pick up that are in perfect working order. They just want an upgrade. I'm like, this is just crazy. And no one wants to buy because they want it for free. No, even people expect to get taken to them for free. We live in such an economy where things get chucked away. It's outrageous. I think it was like furniture.
I think it's a lot to do with the finance and stuff like that. There's so many finance options.
100%.
People spend their money, their future money.
It's outrageous.
It's terrible.
And it's the same with brand new cars. You see people who know, they maybe like 20k a year and they cost 30k. So how's that like?
I know. Mate,
it's crazy. It's crazy. Everyone's got a brand new car.
Everyone lives on a monthly budget, don't they?
I swear you're on the dole.
It's a good point.
I saw you in the job centre last week. Is that brand new BMW?
It's so true.
It's a really good point, that, Bob, about finance.
Yeah, it is.
When we were kids, that sofa lasted all of our childhood.
My mum has still got the same sofa from when we moved from South London back when I was 10 years old. She's still got the same. My mum's old school. She's still got the same sofa. I told her, I got a new one here. I say all the time, obviously that's what I do. She said, no, Nathan. I was like, this is a $5,000 sofa. I should get rid of it because they want a new one. I like my red broken sofa. I'm like, well, Mum, you do your thing. But going back to the finance. I'm glad you brought that up. I like just to purchase. I've got one van which is on finance, half is paid off. Do you know what it is? I don't like the idea of having overheads. I know you've got to have overheads. I know you have to minimalise. I'd rather get a van which is slightly older, but I know it's been looked after. So I've got a couple of friends who are very good mechanics, so I'm quite lucky at that. I've always got a van inside the mechanic to get looked after. Service every 5,000 miles, looked after. Anything slightly wrong, fix it. You're like,
get it done,
Just send something to the bill, fix it, I prefer that because overheads stress me out. Like, even my insurance, my fleet insurance, it was, what was it, 13 grand? And it was around the stamp duty time. I was fortunate to just pay it. Just get paid.
What was that for? The
fleet insurance for all the vans.
For the vans. Is that how much it is?
I thought that was a really good price.
Is that a year? Is it?
A year. I thought it was a really good price. So,
but then that's for 8 vans, is it?
That's for 7. That's for 7. What if it's insured? Because it's a really funny story. It's really, really early in the morning one day. We're like, boys, let's go to the yard. We'll get the vans. Van looks a bit low. Nath, the van's got no wheels on it, mate. Someone's come in and stole all the wheels off the van.
Serious?
Yeah. I was like, well, we ain't driving that van today, are we?
So you've de-insured it kind of thing?
Yeah, de-insured it for now.
Has it got any wheels on it?
No, that
still
was
there?
months ago as well. I'm going to do it, but it's just...
It's a storage container now, then, isn't
Storage,
it?
exactly. But,
Yeah, see the positives.
yeah, there's always something. But yeah, I just like my overheads minimalised. It stresses me out.
Peace of mind, and it's good for the peace of mind having low
Exactly that. Because I need to be, if I've got to work to my best capability, I need to make sure that I've got as minimal stress possible. And if I've got minimal overheads, I know I can put every penny into the business rather than.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to save, do you know what I mean? I don't want the credit for the business getting ruined in case I miss a payment. It's like, you know what? It's up and down business, and it's all like
the number one cause of death in business is debt.
Yeah.
See, I know that. Yeah.
And if all of a sudden this last couple of weeks have been really quiet for us, we're making a loss. If there was a hell of a lot of finance at the end of the month, I can finish a business off.
This was me, and it was in stamp duty. I made a killing in stamp duty. I thought this is the perfect. It was due end of March. I thought this is just hand in hand. Let's just get paid. Yeah. And I've been quite slow this week, so I've only had 2 jobs. I normally, on average, I've got 2 jobs a day at the same time. That's what I say on average. Whether it's always a move, whether there's like a 2 like man in a van back to back, or like a waste. I try to have 2 parties out.
Yeah.
I mean, my aim by the end of the year is to have 4 parties out at all times. That's kind of my aim.
Nice.
But that's my goal at the minute. I mean, I'm going to just sort of run up the storage and just try to build the team, because I don't know where this is going to go, but it's going to go somewhere big, and I want to make sure I've got competent people. Because
what's your structure like? Have you got team leaders? Or
I've got a couple of people I know. Basically, my idea is if you can stack a van and you're half good with the client, then you're a team leader, and I'll tell you exactly what to do, how to talk to customers, all that sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
And then
do you do all the quotes?
Yeah, I do all the quotes. I do everything. I'm the admin, I'm the marketer, I do everything in the minute. Now, fortunately, I've got iMove. I can now move that onto an admin staff, because before it was chaotic. I couldn't bring an admin staff in. It was just chaotic. It was ridiculous. It was only I could do it. It's a waste of time for them, and it's a waste of money for me, because they'll be the first 2 hours a day they'll be going through what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's so many different ways the jobs come through, and it's not on one platform, you know?
It's difficult to train your all over the shop way, isn't it?
Because it's backwards, and I know it's backwards, you know, and I don't want them thinking, mate, working for him is long. That's I've been stung by that from Joey leaving. That's do you know what?
Yeah.
It's good to learn from your mistakes. Right?
I'm very big on that. I analyse a lot of what I do, and I analyse what other people are doing as well. Like same with the finance. I see so many companies, brand new lorries, brand new staff. I'm thinking, I talk to you quite often. You're not that busy, man. So you pulled up in a brand new. Like a brand new Luton, like a 15 plate, 18 tonne. I'm thinking, I know that's on finance, and I know the work isn't that busy, you know. So it's just
How are you finding iMove?
So far, so good. At the minute, I'm only doing, and even for this one aspect, it's changed the game.
Yeah, but look, just for reference, before you say, you've only been on it a week, haven't you?
Only a week. I haven't even done any quotes via it. I haven't done any jobs via it. I've got all my jobs coming through, and I can organise. So just say if I call a client and they don't answer, I could put to call.
Yeah. I
call a client and it's too early. They're moving in July. They think it's too early for a house visit. Let's call me again in a month. I could do that. Whereas before, that client's gone. I'm not going to remember that. That client's gone.
How was you doing it before iMove?
guess.
Notes in the calendar.
Just everywhere.
It was everywhere. There's so many, all my notes, which were like, there'd be notes which said tasks to do on this day. That's a month old. Well, about to get done. Do you know what I mean? It's just all on over. I've got one platform which got everything on there. It's an absolute game changer, and I'm only doing it purely for the jobs at the minute. And even that one actually in itself, that means I can take on admin stuff now. I can that in itself, because that's what I want the admin to do at the minute. I'm still happy to do the quotes and to do the house visits, all that sort of stuff. I just want someone to organise my day. Yeah, that's all I want, and to organise. Where if the leads come in, where they're going, that's my biggest thing. Because sometimes they don't answer, and I forget them. And I want to call them again. That lead's gone to that lead's gone now.
Yeah, you say that, don't you? The
follow-ups.
As soon as you get that admin stuff in, I seen was when he got his first admin stuff. I seen you grow after that. Yeah, definitely. Do you think that? Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I take the credit, as you know, Warren's, because it's Warren's everywhere. But without the team and Esther, essentially.
And she's your admin stuff.
That's what I would say. It's Ryan removals, but I'm one man. If none of the boys turned up one day, we can't move. I'm nothing without the team. You know, absolutely nothing.
But it's like a PA, isn't it? She's my boss. She's our boss.
Does she get you more work as well, or does she?
Absolutely, because
that's what every company says.
It's a woman's touch as well, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's 100%. Every nice woman answering the phone, not just me like, you all right?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like I've got the band music. Hold on, mate. Hello, Ryan removals. It's ridiculous. Voice sharp. Ryan removals. You know, it's ridiculous.
I love it.
Mate, I can't hear. There's no signal. Hold on, mate. Hello, Ryan. Was this like, come on, Nate?
Yeah.
Mate, I actually think you need your own like TV show.
Oh, boys, you need to why don't you get me on every month?
Mate, I'd happily do that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Have you been diagnosed or not?
I'm just riddled, mate. I don't think there's any medication for it. I don't think there's anything for it. I think it's just...
No,
It's
you've
a
just got a
superpower,
good
innit?
energy, mate. Yeah, it is.
Superpower.
Yeah.
I've got energy all day, every day. I'm never tired.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. When I stop, I'm tired. As I said to you boys earlier,
Yeah,
I
keep
literally...
going.
I fall asleep on the sofa 3 days out of 7. I'm with my iPad just there. Like...
Yeah.
Because I'm always tired, because I'm always burning energy, so I'm always tired. So I've never had a problem sleeping ever.
What are you watching like on your iPad? At
No,
3 a.m.?
those quotes. Netflix.
Go on, quotes. Yeah,
Do you manage to get time to go to the gym still?
I do, but at the minute, I just do a typical ADHD training. I go there for half an hour, blitz, until I just sweat, and that's what I'm doing. I try to do like...
Half an hour chatting.
You can imagine him at the gym, couldn't you? Yeah.
But at the minute, I just try. Because what I used to do is I used to always try to do my things in between. So I'll do a set.
Yeah.
And it just never works. So the minute I just have a minimal break, I do, because I feel like if you don't go to the gym, you can injure yourself. That's what I feel. I feel like doing all this, especially for my shoulder. If I don't do like my rotator cuffs and all the pressing, mate, my shoulders get creaky, my back starts hurting. If I go to the gym...
Because you're not used to it.
And you're not stretching. I'm not really stretching. You've got to think, we're moving heavy stuff all day. When you go to the gym, you naturally stretch, right? So I think the gym helps it massively.
Yeah, I no one ever takes that hour away from me. Like that's what I use. Yeah, hour a day, whether it's a run in the garage, like any exercise. No one takes it away.
It's my last, because I'll be honest. When I'm so busy, I haven't got as much time for my dogs. I'm lucky that my girlfriend's at home, but so the dog walking for me, when the work's done, that's my most important thing.
But that's exercise as well.
It is.
You got kids?
No, I haven't.
No kids?
No kids as of yet. Soon though, hopefully.
You want them, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Loads of kids.
No, mate, loads. I want an army of them. No, what's the free labour? What do you mean? Stack the van now? No.
Believe me, mate, it's not free labour. Believe me.
I'd have loads, though, honestly. I want an army.
I want 10.
It is just hard work, mate.
I know.
It is. You'll be sound, though.
You'll be good, yeah.
The thing, in my family, I'm the eldest. I've got 3 sisters and my mum. So I think that's what I've got to drive. Like, I've got to make it happen. I'm the only man in the family. I've got to make it happen as well.
Yeah. Set that example, didn't you?
Yeah, I have to, man. But my sisters had the first child of the family, which is nice.
Yeah.
See, it's nice.
So you're an uncle?
Big Uncle Nate. Big Uncle Nate. It's called Big Uncle Nate as well. Uncle Nate, Big Uncle Nate.
Yeah.
I call him Tank as well. His name's Theo. We call him Tank because he's big and chunky as well.
Love it.
Sister's like, no. I'm like, no, his name's Tank.
We've missed our...
interesting critical fact.
How long have we been going for?
I don't want to stop his energy, do you know what I mean? I was intrigued. Don't want to interrupt the energy, bro. So, we need him going over an hour now. Normally...
Where have we?
Let's
keep going, let's go!
Normally we do it at half an hour, but
boys, I'm just that interested. You know?
So interesting quote or fact.
Go on.
You go first, then. What's yours for this month, mate?
My one, because we were talking about branding.
Yes.
It is a fact that if you've got a strong brand, you will perform 20% better than your competitors.
But why is that? Is it because? Why is that? Because
you're the brand. You
are
the brand.
Yeah.
But the brand, we already know you've tried to mimic Rolls-Royce. So the brand's there, really. Do you know what I mean?
It's true, though.
I think for more of a ride, it's like the product, really.
Yeah.
But like brand is from the outside looking in, I'd say. And if you've got like a good front of your house, then it obviously invites the customers in.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
But your energy is your brand.
That's what I mean. That's why everyone's like, we haven't got your van size in. They're a little bit older, but I've come to realise, because I had this chat with another company, and I said, do you think? Because I've done quite a few like high-end houses. No one's ever said anything. No one's ever. Do you know what I mean? I think, do you think I'm looking a bit tatty on site? I haven't got the size sunroof vans. I've got one green van and one white. I said, do you think that? And he said, yeah, definitely. I never do that. And then I did this because one of my vans had a makeover, had a Hulk over, I called it. It was a green van. It was a green Transit Luton, and basically the box on it had a metal checker plate at the back. I was like, this is good. But that was the only van. That was basically my van with the best engine. And another removals company, they had a really old Mark 6 Transit, but they had one of the big drop rod bodies on it. So I thought, I'm buying that. I'm going to put the body on it. Now, The front's dark green, the back's light green. It looks no. It looks atrocious. I'm not gonna say it like it looks atrocious.
Yeah.
Now, I went to one of these jobs I was too embarrassed to go in. I was too embarrassed. I was like, I can't pull up in the client's house. I thought, you know what? I need the van. I pulled up and I said, Ella, have you seen the state of that van? So Nathan, I don't really care. I mean, you're doing a good job. What does it really matter? I thought, oh, do you know what? Maybe. And then I asked the second client and they said, it's a van. Do you think I really care? And I thought, do you know what? I know that it is. I know it's important. I know it is, but I feel like the level I am right now is not too important. I feel like, especially if I'm making sure I'm doing a good job, everything's good, everyone's smiling, nothing's damaged. That's kind of my motto to the boys, because sometimes I'll put on a job like, Nathan, there's a lot here. I'm like, boys, we do this every single day. Listen, as long as we're smiling, nothing's damaged, everything is ratcheted to the van, and the customer's happy.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
That's what you want.
That's everything. That's everything.
Yeah. For me, like obviously, ain't got a removal company. If they turned up, I don't think I'd be too fussed, to be honest. As long as the job.
No, listen, it's ugly. I'll show you. No.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Listen, it's ugly.
Actually, is it the green one?
Yeah. No. That's I've got two green ones.
Because I set up your iMove account, and then I was like, I thought he's got a green van, and it stands out like a sore thumb.
I love that. That's what. Do you know the Hulk? I get people that come onto the job. They're like, the Hulk's not on this job.
Yeah, you need the Hulk. Yeah, is that what you call it? Yeah, I love it.
And I do videos of the Hulk. I do loads of videos of it. I'm like, the Hulk's here. Mate, the clients love it because it's like.
There's a story behind it.
I actually had a job because I was using it because it's got a big box. She was like, oh, Nathan, the movie went up, but I'm really pissed off. I was like, what? The Hulk wasn't here. I was like, I love that. I love that.
You created a personality out of a van.
That's what to me is mad. You could put a spin on so many things. And even like when one of my clients was there, I used to do like videos of him being grumpy, and even if I say, "Oh, what's the grumpy one here today?" Do you know? Just things like that.
You
need
a YouTube channel.
I do.
Yeah, he does. He needs his own show.
No, I'm definitely going to do that next. But at the minute, I'm just so busy. I haven't been doing any content recently, and that's my biggest thing is content. That's why I need the admin. I need stuff. But the things I'm just accelerating. I'm honestly like. I'm accelerating so fast at the minute. I can't keep up with the work and everything's nothing's going wrong, but like I have no time. I mean, and if I've got to do all the video cameras and all the camera stuff, I've got to be like, I mean, it's freestyle a lot of it. But if I want to do like a nice reel, that's got to be planned. There's thought. There's a lot going into it. Well, I'm not making money on that. I know you do make money on it with clients coming in, but right now I'm just so busy answering the phone and going to quotes. Like I had 6 quotes yesterday. I had to go back to a massive waste job we're doing to go check up on that. I followed up with another client. That's my whole day done. Yeah. Because I'll cover a very big area. Because I was saying to you guys earlier before the poddy. I will go 2 hours for a quote. Yeah. If we're on the phone.
I imagine him driving, like singing, like
going for it. All the high notes, or Whitney and that. Do you know what I mean? But like, if it's a decent job, I've got on the phone to you, and I could send something. We're there.
Yeah. Well, you need an admin person because you sound really busy.
I'm so busy. Like it's just
get stuck into iMove.
This is why it couldn't come at a better time. I'm telling you right now, because I know everyone seems to be slowing down, but I'm still I'm doing on average 3 to 4 quotes a day. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm busy. I'm busy, and I'm doing anything from a 1 bed up to anything. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like, I know some people don't like to do the small ones, but listen, I don't mind like doing small ones and I'm nicking like 50 quid.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I see it in 2 other ways. I could put the boys on that job. Yeah. It's more experience for them, right? They feel like they're accomplishing something and the clients are going to be happy. You know what I mean? I'm still making, and it's another good review.
Yeah. Keeping the ball rolling.
Keeping the ball rolling. You know, I don't mind if I've got nickers over here. Now, I'm not, obviously business makes money, but I go for the lower end for the quotes anyway. I'm not too fussed. I'm trying to build something here, you know?
Yeah, man.
And I'm trying to make people happy as well. Do you know what I mean? I love, at the end of the day, do you know when it's been a big movie? It's like 6 vans. They're like, Nathan, we ain't going to make it by 1. I was like, listen to me right now. We are making it at 1. Vans loaded. How did you make it? I was like, what? Do you think I'm a liar? This is why removals. What do you mean?
I bet by the end of the move, the customers absolutely love you.
No, they love me. Yeah, they love me, man. It's good.
Have you got your quote?
Are we still on that? Yeah. Okay. First ever removal company in the UK. This is via ChatGPT.
It's got Bishops in it.
Bishops?
No, it wouldn't be Bishops.
I'll give you a clue. Still going to this day.
GB Linus.
Britannia?
No. You only get one guess, bro. The first, this is ChatGPT, so I need to fact check it, but yeah. The first ever removal company in the UK is widely recognised as Pickford's. Originated,
of course was.
dating back 1646.
No way.
No.
Initially, the Pickford family operated by transporting quarry stone
how would they have the
using
evidence for that? How would
using
they-
pack horses.
Wow.
That is next
proper
level,
fan,
isn't it? That is, yeah.
What's that? 16 what?
1646.
It's like 500 years.
That is ridiculous.
Dinosaur age, mate.
Wonder who's stacking the vans then?
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? That? So,
You're on the horse stack.
horse
Look at the
packers,
blankets, we need the hay, we need the hay!
transporting quarry stone, agriculture.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
That's ridiculous.
Generational. That's unbelievable.
That is, yeah. So,
Shout out to Pickford.
Yeah, fair play to him.
imagine that Ryan's removals. Like,
You never
the
know.
history, you never know.
Passing from
Yeah.
many hundreds of kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Over 10 to 100 real quick, didn't it?
Have you got any questions for?
Have you got questions for us? As a
How long have you been going for?
I move a Warrens.
Warrens. How long?
12 years.
12 years. Well, how far from, obviously, when you first started, did you get HGV? When did you get your first HGV? Because I've been
4 years ago.
4 years. Oh, so it was. God, maths about it.
8
so
years.
8 years. Really? 8 years.
Yeah, I was a van man.
Yes.
Yeah, I love vans. I still love vans.
So I remember because I spoke to you before. About the what's the job with the curtains vans? I always see you in there. Tell me about this.
So I used to work for a haulage company.
Okay, yeah.
I delivered pallets all across the country.
Okay, yeah.
And the only van I knew was a curtain. So I'd get to like a depot.
Yeah.
And we used to deliver for like Sainsbury's, like it was all walk-in fridges and stuff.
Yeah.
So you'd open the curtain, the forklift would come in, take it off,
Simple as
go, shut the curtain. So I started the removals business by hiring out that van. So I only knew curtain vans. So that's how I taught myself.
Is there anywhere to tie it off? Or is no, just tie it?
Compact. Proper squad,
That's
squidge
proper,
it in.
that's proper. That is.
Yeah,
I like that.
You can't really stack to the ceiling. No. You can kind of thing,
Yeah.
but you actually just use the curtain bulge to squeeze it
Of course,
in.
the boards, not just pure curtains. There are curtain boards, aren't there?
Yeah, there's bulge, so you bulge it out. So as an example, if you've got a two-seater sofa on a Luton van, which is 2 inches too big, it can't go this way.
I can't.
So you have to obviously stand it up,
Upright,
or it's got to go that way.
Yeah.
But with a curtain, you don't get that. You just get, you've got that bulge, you've got that 2 inch.
How strong are these curtains, though? How do they?
Very strong, yeah. Well, it's what every single haulage company
That's what I mean.
uses,
Exactly. You've got exactly. Interesting. Very interesting. You still use them to this day?
I've got one at the moment.
Okay,
Yeah,
one.
they are fizzling out. Don't get me wrong, but I don't preach it. But it's all I knew.
Mate, if it works, it works. Simple as that.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. Simple as that.
So yeah,
I love that.
we use it for garden boxes. It's good.
Yeah,
you
makes
know.
sense,
I still like them.
Yeah.
But some of the guys
I
don't.
bet they hate them. That's what I hate, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're easier to like load because you can open the
Yeah,
side.
we
Never ever open the curtain.
You'd never open the side, would you? Yeah.
Never open the curtain. Never.
Because I remember like back in the day, our first promo like ones, like the lads used to have the.
Yeah.
This is years ago, like 12 years ago. The lads used to have the curtain open, didn't they? To stay sliding in the boxes. Yeah.
It's weird even thinking back now, but yeah, that's how it was.
Also, when you start doing the YouTube, when you start how was when you start doing your online presence? Was that from day one, or was that sort of? Because I know you're
I'm just lucky with Rob. So Rob works on the oil rigs.
Yeah. So I do 2 weeks on, 3 weeks off on the oil rigs. Yeah. So I've done that. I've done that for the last 20 years, and then in my time off, like when I'd start going on holidays and going out every day, on nights out, I had to settle down. So picked up a camera. And then started to do obviously videos for Warren, a few of my mates. Yeah, and I've just been doing it ever since.
I think our first one must have been 8 years ago now. Maybe
I've been there for years.
And then we've kind of grew together, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I've grew my video business, and Warren's obviously exploded. And I have banter with Warren saying it's like I grew his business. Do you know what I mean?
About me, you'd be nothing.
But but he come at a good time, and that's why like iMove was the perfect partnership for us because. We give two separate he's obviously got experience with removals and I've obviously got experience with video and marketing, so it's two different skill sets instead of bringing in the same skill set for business partners. Do you know what I mean?
You two bounce each other as well. It's good. You two work well together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But isn't timing so crucial? Like time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also I'm such a big believer of like it's meant to be like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm such a big believer, especially if you just wake up every day, you try your hardest, you're polite. You're not a dickhead. What could nothing could go wrong, and you're gonna
then you got
gonna be on your
right
side.
morals.
I've had so many things where like I can explain it. It was just so lucky, you know, like so much good luck, you know. And but I feel like you only get that, you get rewarded with that when you just you're being yourself, working hard. I'm just not being a dickhead.
Most of my business journey, although hard work and that cliche saying, most of my journey has been luck, right place, right time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Meeting
but I think you make your own luck as well.
You
do.
do.
You know what I mean, you do.
100% do.
And you're a people pleaser, I really believe, like you said, it does come back around. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Like,
does.
but it's like anything. What goes around must come around. That's just how it works with everything, every entity, every energy. It's all the same. What goes around must come around. What you give out, you get reciprocated. You know, it's in everything. So that must be.
And I can already see you, like you're doing well anyway. You're growing so fast. But because your mindset is customer obsession, I've just finished reading Jeff Bezos' books about, and he is customer obsessed. You know what I mean? And I can tell just by listening to you how customer obsessed you are.
That's how we expand. Think without the customer.
Yeah, but and that's what it is, and that's what me and Warren are the same. Like you'll see Warren's customer service on iMovie. He's customer obsessed just to make. He's there straight away, isn't he? So
straight away, I was going to say, how do you find the time to even talk to? There's sometimes where I haven't got time to talk to you, and you're 10 times busier than me. It's not, honestly, that's I said my worst quality is at the minute is my time management. It is terrible.
Yeah,
I put a lot of time into things which I could allocate to someone else. And they can take them 5 minutes, takes me like a week. Do you know what I mean? That's one of the things that I need to work on. Like I know my flaws and I know what I'm good at, you know, and I know time management is important.
We just need to structure it basically for you. So let's get an admin.
Yep.
And then tell this person, I'm going to be doing quotes. I need you to fill my calendar.
Yep.
However, on Wednesday, I need to be finished at this time because I need to walk my dogs or I need to go and do a move or I want to film a reel.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
And then on Friday, I'm on the moves on Fridays. Don't book me any quotes. If it's desperate, I'll go and do it on the key rate.
Yep.
At the moment, you're just answering the calls and just
people
pleasing.
It's ridiculous.
So
And the thing is, there's so many calls that I miss. I want to hear my phone go, call them back. Oh, sorry, we're going someone else. Because some people are just desperate. They're stressed. You don't answer the phone there and then they'll go to someone else. It's happened to me loads. I've missed out on so much money. And if you calculate that from the cost of admin, what the hell is that?
And I think if you get your staff on iMove as well,
that's
then
exactly what I'm doing
you don't even have to communicate them because if they log in, all the notes are on the staff's workflow.
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, there'll be times where text boards was going on at 11 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
They wake up to it. It's just too much for me. It's unfair. It is unfair.
Yeah.
But like, right, boys, anyway, tomorrow, you're actually in Birmingham. Oh, cheers, mate. do you know what I mean? But honestly,
but with your energy and attitude, mate, I think you're going to be far.
Thank you, boys. I really appreciate it. I really do.
We appreciate you coming today.
Oh, don't be silly. Anytime. It's been a pleasure.
I'll have you back on in a year's time.
Please, get back on.
I think we should do a weekly show with you.
Let's do it. I'm there. We can have hats on. We can do some fun. Easy.
But yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for coming today.
Anytime.
Are an absolute legend.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Appreciate you supporting iMove.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah. And we're always going to support you.
Anytime, guys. Thank you.
Pleasure to have you on, mate.
I really appreciate it.
Love it.
My guy.
Quality.